I'm Andi Jarvis. I run a company called XMO Marketing. I'm a marketing consultant, I suppose you'd call me, focusing on strategies a lot. I founded Wi-Fi Refugees in June of this year to bring marketing strategy and marketing help to small businesses, really. I love working with small businesses. Often they don't really have enough money and a budget to get professional marketing help. So this was just a way of trying to help them while helping the local coffee shop industry and helping charities as well.
And what inspired you to try and do this?
Funnily enough, it was a guy called David who runs a company called Outside In. I've been toying with the idea of Wi-Fi Refugees for about 3 or 4 months, but I hadn't actually ever done anything with it. The idea was just there. But I was at the Powered Video conference and David was up talking about what inspired him to launch Outside In, and it was a story about helping homeless people.
And Outside In, you buy apparel, you buy a hat, and effectively you buy a second one, which is given to somebody who's homeless.
Yes,
it's a kind of a buy one, give someone else one free.
Wear one, share one. That's the strapline. Wear one, share one. They're using. What had happened was David had seen this, talked to a homeless guy who I think his story was almost quite similar to his own, but he'd gone one way and this guy had ended up homeless. And it had inspired him to just launch this social movement and clothing range and start fundraising. And I realised I'd been sat on my hands for 3 or 4 months waiting for this perfect opportunity and waiting for this time and that to happen and this to happen. I thought, just do it. That's what you need to do. So the Power Video conference was the Friday, the website was built by the Sunday, and I launched on the Tuesday or the Wednesday. So that's really what gave me the push to get it over the line.
And practically, what does Wi-Fi Refugees look like? How do people engage with it?
So it's basically a drop-in clinic where companies can come to get marketing help and assistance. It's me at the minute, although we might be expanding fairly soon, sitting in a coffee shop much like this one, but it's the Bobbin Cafe in Belfast and Redberry in Bangor. So I spent 2 hours there. You can come along, first come first served, and spend 20 minutes getting help with some marketing issue. Tends to work best with more of a narrow marketing issue. 20 minutes goes quite quickly. And in return, you buy yourself a coffee from the coffee shop, so it helps them. And if you can, there's no forcing anyone to donate, but if you can donate to a charity, it will then be passed on to a charity working with refugees in Northern Ireland. So it would suggest £10. If you want to put more in, wonderful. If you don't have anything, that's also fine. But it's all about trying to help everybody in there. So the coffee shop gets help, the business gets help, and the refugee charity gets help as well.
You could have helped homeless, you could have helped all kinds of different kind of charities, cancer, health kind of things. Why refugees?
There was a couple of things really. Sometimes the name had come first. I referred to myself as a Wi-Fi refugee for many years. It was a tongue-in-cheek name. Part of being a marketing consultant means that you spend a lot of time working in coffee shops and you're always looking for good Wi-Fi really and good coffee. So you're always you're sort of bouncing around from one place to another. So it was a term I'd used for years and years and years. So that helped. But the other thing is I'm not from Northern Ireland, I'm from England and I speak the same language. I have rights to work here, I moved over here with a good job, I had family here at the time. Everything was in my favour and it still took me 4 or 5 years to settle and to feel like this was my home. And what it made me think was, how do you then settle and make this place your home when you've got none of those advantages? You've maybe come from a war zone, you've had to leave everything behind, don't speak the language, you can't claim any benefits, you can't work. How do you really get to make this your home? How do you settle your family? How do you get ingrained in the local culture? And a lot of work that I could see that was happening with refugees, very, very good work, it's not to criticise it, but was happening with them in emergency camps or helping them get across in sea crossings and things like that, which is fantastic work that needs to happen. But the problems that refugees face don't go away just because they get to somewhere that's supposedly a developed nation that's going to help them. That's the end of the first part of the journey. The rest of it starts then. So it just felt like the right fit for me as having that sort of background of having migrated here in many ways and having to settle. So it all fit together. The charity donation element, the fact that I get a little bit back personally by being able to help small businesses, which I really, really like doing. So it all started to fit together and I just thought, this concept works.
And Wi-Fi Refugees is a concept that can be expanded. You have plans to expand it, and the generic concept could be stolen as well for...
Absolutely, this is, I've not trademarked it or anything like that, but I would like to see Wi-Fi Refugees, I would love to see it grow. I have people who've contacted me already, who I know kind of through my own professional network, in Leeds and in London who've sort of said, look, we'd love to get involved in this. All you need is somebody with a professional background. In my case, it's marketing, who's prepared to give 2 hours a month. It's not the biggest commitment really for any marketing expert or whatever. You need a coffee shop that'll let you sit down in their place for free. But the payback for them is, well, we're going to bring 6 to 8, maybe 10 people in who can buy something, so they get something back. And a local charity to donate the money to. So I'd always like to see, in London, the money goes to a charity working with refugees in London. In Leeds, it goes to a charity in Leeds. Everything stays local that way, so it's almost devolved to the local level.
If people want to find out more about Wi-Fi Refugees, where do they go?
The website's a good place to start, wifirefugees.org. That's got the background information and a few details about what you should prepare and how you bring it along, that type of thing. And Facebook and Twitter, which are both /Wifi Refugees, facebook.com/twitter.com. They will have all the up-to-date details of the latest events.
Andi Jarvis, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.